Out of all of the things that could potentially be changed in the February update for Battlefield 1, this one is probably the least expected thing for DICE to actually add to the game. Or maybe not necessarily thing to add, but still a tweak that was totally unexpected. Guys, today we're gonna be taking a look at the SMG 08 for the Assault class that was introduced to the game along with the In the Name of the Tsar DLC back in September 2017. And I know that some of you might be even thinking of what weapon am I actually talking about, because the SMG 08 was so not used that pretty much everyone forgot about it. I know there's been a couple of people who actually used it and enjoyed it, but for 99% of the community, weapon didn't exist. Until now. In the last CTE update, introducing the textured Apocalypse maps and February patch for Battlefield 1, DICE also implemented a tweak to the SMG 08, making it fire at 700 rate of fire. Or even more. Some people say it's 770, some of them say it's 750. I'm not exactly certain and I can't really confirm it since there is no mention of the actual value in the patch notes, but let's say it's something around 750 rate of fire, which still is a huge upgrade if you compare it to the 450 rate of fire at which the weapon shoots currently in the vanilla game. If you're not really familiar with the weapon, and I don't blame you, I wasn't either since I wasn't using it because there were better options, it comes to the game with two variants, and that being the factory one and the optical one. Also, it's got a huge magazine that can hold 81 bullets. Yes, 81. And now it fires at 750 rate of fire. It's just crazy. Community is already saying that the SMG 08 will become the next Hellriegel. And I'm sitting here wondering, isn't it actually closer to the Automatico? You've probably already seen it in the gameplay that's being played in the background, that the weapon pretty much shreds everything and everyone into pieces up close. Although I do have to admit, it's got a huge recoil and it kicks like crazy. There is no comparison to the Hellriegel or Automatico in that case. Automatico and Hellriegel are so easy to shoot with and control, while the SMG 08 literally feels like as if it was trying to get out of your hands and just run away on its own. Seriously, this is probably the gun that kicks the most in Battlefield 1. Personally, I believe that the change is great and actually gave this weapon some purpose. I know there's going to be some people that liked the weapon before the upgrade or update, it might not be the upgrade for them, but I do understand you guys. However, majority of community didn't really play with the weapon because there were better options out there. MP18 was way more accurate and easier to play with, and let's be honest, if you weren't able to take out at least the first guy with the SMG 08, you wouldn't take the advantage of the bigger magazine either because you would end up in deployment screen. Also, previously the weapon was designed for the longer range engagements, and while I do understand that Assault class should have some options, at least for the medium range, I still knew that this gun was pretty much being outplayed by all of the LMGs. Those were just superior and you couldn't do much against them. And now it can actually fight them up close. I know that right after I post this video there's going to be tons of people saying, oh, this gun needs to be nerfed, it's going to be the next Automatico or it's going to be the next Hellriegel, and I assure you, it's not going to be. Because this weapon is a lot harder to control and it's really not just holding the button and getting kills. It is hard to control on PC. I can't even imagine how hard it actually will be on consoles. I'd say it's actually harder to manage it than the Parabellum, and as we all know, at least on consoles, the Parabellum is a nightmare to control. On PC it's really not, all you have to do is go with low sensitivity and big mousepad, but on consoles you don't really have an option to do it. As I've already mentioned multiple times in the previous videos, I really love all of the changes that DICE implemented, along with the TTK update, January patch, and the ones that are coming in the February update as well. I'm just sad that those weren't implemented earlier. Seriously, it's just been too long. And don't get me wrong here, I'm not trying to complain or hate here. All I'm trying to do is make a point that If those changes were implemented a lot earlier to the game, it would be in a much better state, and I think, at least personally, that a lot more players would actually stay with the game and keep playing it, instead of leaving for PUBG or Fortnite. Because changes like this, for example the one with the SMG 08 that we've been talking about in this video, could have been done back in the day when we were actually testing those weapons in CTE. DICE had feedback that SMG 08 is useless, and while it gets hit markers, it doesn't get you kills. And as I've already said, it's not me trying to blame anyone for anything, it's just me trying to say that those changes should be pushed out a lot sooner. We had a problem and it should have been fixed immediately, not wait couple of months until they realized that, oh, no one uses this weapon, we released TTK patch, still no one uses it, so let's make it good. 6 months later. It's been too long, guys. So if you get the chance, make sure to play CTE and try the SMG 08 out for yourself, it's really a great weapon now. Oh, and by the way, the Rebel Royce, or the Rebi Rolls, whatever, is getting nerfed. I don't get it, DICE, why is it getting nerfed? You just buffed it and finally made it competitive with other assault weapons. Why would you nerf it now? 4 weeks later, or when the patch comes out to the vanilla game, but why would you nerf it, guys? It doesn't make much sense, does it? Anyway, as always, if you enjoyed, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you on the battlefield!